Hello, everyone, and welcome back to 4pixels. Cookie's here with my guests, Lamoleon, Cody, and KeaDane, and we are continuing Ace Attorney Phoenix Wright.
You bet your bottom dollar we are.
Yeehaw.
Darn tooting.
It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep. I was in the restaurant, where I rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. And I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window.
Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination.
Bless you!
Coco says bless you, Adam.
There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now!
Yes, Mr. Wright?
What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness.
Very well. You may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma.
3 minutes just passed.
I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness.
No one even cares about my 3 minutes.
You may be done after 3 minutes, but I wasn't.
Here's the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep.
Hold it! Just after midnight, you say?
Yep, just around then.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure. Yep.
When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today.
I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly. I did. Yep. You see, continue. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual.
Hold it! Is there anyone who can verify that?
Well, I guess Polly could.
That's not good enough for a court of law!
Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough?
Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot.
A parrot?
Don't be so hard on the girl, Keith the boy.
Keith?
The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Then I heard a bang. Yep.
Hold it! And where did the bang seem to come from?
Oh, you don't want to know that, son. That's private.
Oh my.
Yeah, I mean, from the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake.
Hold it! Was there someone in the boat?
I was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there. Yep.
But you couldn't see them clearly.
Well, you know, 2 men out there on the lake, a fella doesn't look too closely. But, yep, at the time, that is.
At the time.
Then I heard another bang.
That was me. Hold it! So you heard 2 gunshots total.
Yep.
That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday.
Just about then, the boat comes back to shore, and a man walks by my window.
Hold it! By your window.
Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him.
This is a rather important detail. Please, add it to your testimony.
I have a bad feeling about this.
That man was the defendant. You were saying, I can't believe he's dead.
Hold it! Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad!
No, dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, as he was walking by, too.
Rabble, 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 rabble.
Vitus, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? He was him, that Edgeworth boy!
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no more room for doubt.
Von Karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall.
Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us.
I'd better act quick or this trial is going to be over.
Yeah, just wait and see. It'll be fine.
But how can I raise an objection without any proof?
Judge, there's no room for doubt in the witness's testimony. I demand that you declare your verdict.
The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Objection! Your Honor! This witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead. But his word is all we have! If he were telling a lie...
Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof.
Nick, do we have any evidence?
It's no good. There's nothing I can do.
Are you sure?
To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore.
Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. We need to flip a paper over or something. Nick needs you.
3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is also extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
What? No!
This court finds the defendant Miles Edgeworth guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. This court is adjourned. Who was that just now?
Larry.
Oh, is it Larry?
Yeah.
Me!
What? Larry?
What are you doing here? I just banged my little hammer.
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot. I heard it too.
Order?
Objection! What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment.
One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot?
I didn't.
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something you said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
No. Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something like this has happened in my court.
Really? Are you sure about that, Judge?
I have never made a mistake nor forgotten anything. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick! This is it! Larry's giving us one final chance at this.
She's right. If only it wasn't Larry.
Hey!
He could make things even worse.
Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse.
You're right. Okay.
Hey, yeah, she's right. Larry can't fuck it up more.
Your Honor. If there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak, even if it is Larry. Right here, right now.
A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned.
Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this?
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Yay.
That is bullshit.
Mr. Von Karma,
Language.
the term is poppycock. I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now!
What?
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. I'll see you on the courts. After that, we will hear this new witness.
I'm gonna play some Foursquare.
Court is adjourned. We could trade magic cards.
December 27th, 10:28 a.m. District Court, Defendant's Lobby number 2.
Whew! That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night.
Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night.
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth.
You say something right?
Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong?
It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right?
Yeah?
This might be our chance.
Our chance.
Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials.
Perfect trials.
Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court, and he's an idiot like Larry.
Perfect.
And that someone is Larry.
What are you getting at? I know Larry's stupid.
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, right?
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth.
Hey, it was 15 minutes! 15! Everything depends on Larry now.
Game over.
Don't worry, I got this.
December 27th, 10:35 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3.
Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything you saw. On the night of December 24th.
All right, leave it to me.
Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance.
Oh boy.
Von Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break.
That night, I was out on a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't notice the boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any matter, Mr. Wright, you may now begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry! I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.
That night, I was out on a boat on the lake.
Hold it!
Is something wrong, Mr. Wright?
There were so many things wrong, I don't know where to begin. Well, okay. First of all, what time was it?
Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for that night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak.
And why were you out on a boat at such a late hour?
I was looking for something, and I found it.
Looking for something.
Yeah.
Mr. Butts, what was it that you were looking for?
Objection! What the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me one bit if it was the truth.
This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with.
So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock.
Hold it! Around what time was that?
Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12 o'clock. Yeah.
You're not sure?
Hey, don't give me that face! I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay?
People use watches these days, Larry, and sundials don't work at night.
Huh, really? Well then, just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang!
Hold it! Where did the sound come from?
Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know.
Did you look at the lake?
Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't notice the boat.
Wasn't there a boat on the lake?
Order. Order again. Well, Mr. Butts.
Whoa! Everybody, just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not.
Oh, okay. No problem. That's just the most important part of this case!
So, after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
So you only heard one bang, correct?
Yeah.
Huh.
Well, Nick?
It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions.
Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister.
I'm gonna give you a present, Larry. Objection! Wait a sec, Larry.
What?
You only heard one bang. You're sure?
That's what I said.
But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard two bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard two gunshots that night.
Huh?
Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said?
Yo, Nick, please.
Huh?
You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay?
Oh.
Mr. Butts,
What?
you only heard one gunshot. Are you sure?
Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure.
Huh?
Not sure? How could you not be sure?
Yeah, well, I, might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else.
Something else.
My radio, dude! On my headphones.
What?
Order! Again order, and stop that weird noise!
Boo.
No, it's a boing.
Mr. Butts! You were listening to a radio on earphones?
Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal?
Mr. Von Karma, your opinion?
Waste of time. I do not accept this witness, nor his shoddy testimony.
I agree. If it isn't Shakira, it's not worth listening to.
Your Honor? Please. Please allow the witness to continue his testimony.
Bah! Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost.
Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony and be sure to include details like your radio.
Right, leave it to me.
I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me.
Also, what's a radio? Is it like a wireless?
Yes, Judge. Exactly like that.
Hear this new thing, Bond? It's called radio.
It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all requests show on the radio. See, It's Larry. That's just the way he talks. Don't worry about it. I was listening to it real booming loud, like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. But I'm not gonna tell you here.
You were listening to your radio at a high volume?
That's bad for your ears.
Yeah, what's the big problem?
Just bad
you
for your
shout a lot.
ears.
Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country?
Not at all. That's why we have this court system.
I guess you're right.
I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Our law system sucks.
Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio.
True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony.
Objection! Wait, Your Honor! The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot.
Excuse me? DJ?
Yeah, from Street Fighter. An
Oh.
announcer. The guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor.
Very well, Mr. Wright.
Can't believe I'm continuing this charade.
And with that, we will end this episode right here. Thank you guys for joining us, and see you next time.
See ya.
But
Peace!